You got a couple key Seahawks rookies. I don't know that we'll get to every single Seahawks rookie, but we're going to talk about some of the most impactful ones, certainly the ones that could potentially be starters here. And Bump, you are going to point to what each one of these rookies, one thing that they can take from each of the key veterans they're going to be working with. And the point is not only to look at what these rookies bring Seattle this year, but also to remind us some of the best qualities and attributes of the veterans that are already here and what all of that can do for Seattle in 2023. So we're going to have some fun with this segment. So do you want to get started in draft order, or do you want to go with just kind of whoever I shout out?
Shout.
Okay.
Do you think?
I'm going to start wide receiver. Let's go Jackson Smith-Njigba. Key things he should take away from some of the vets.
Jackson Smith-Njigba. Now, as a rookie, especially when you're drafted that high, you come in, you're ready to go. You can play in this league. At least you have the physical to do it. A lot of stuff has to line up for it to all come together. But things that he should take away, I'm going to focus on DK and Lockett, obviously, because those are our guys. This is who Jackson Smith-Njigba is, first off, right? He is a under 6 foot slot guy with the ability to play outside. Does a great job finding space across the middle of the field, can make the difficult catch, and is slippery when the ball is in his hand. He's not going to run you over, but he moves his body in ways that makes defenders fall off of him. So now, once you enter the league, you have mentors. You naturally gravitate towards certain guys, and you're sitting in the classroom, and you're learning. Even when someone else is being coached up, you're taking in the notes, you're writing down the notes, you're saying, okay, this is how coach wants that to happen. When coach speaks to one player, he speaks to everybody. So if I'm Jackson Smith-Njigba, I'm looking at DK, and this is what I'm taking from him. One, I'm taking away from him how not to prepare your body, because my man apparently eats a lot of candy. And I don't know too many people who can just eat candy and look at
metabolism.
The way DK looks, man. Good for you, DK. I can't do that. All right, but when we talk about playing football, the actual game, what he needs to take away from DK is DK's ability to add something to his game every single year. Every year, DK finds something, and he adds to that game. His very first year, he was considered a go-on-a-post type of dude. Okay. His second year, I saw him with a few more creative moves on his release. His third year, I saw him work some tempo routes a bit more, and then I saw his hands get better. So every year I watch DK and I go, okay, this is calculated. He's not just going off to the offseason and going to a park and throwing the football around with his boys. He's watching film. He's getting with trainers, guys that he trusts, and he's adding to his game. So in Njigba, I know I didn't give him something specific about DK's game, but I look at just the way DK evolves every single year, and he finds a way to stay hungry and keep improving. I think that's going to be good for Njigba, but I want him to do it week after week. This is where you grow the most. You know, you're in the infant to toddler stages of your football career. That's where the brain takes in the most information, does the most development. That's what I want to see from him. So now we go over to Tyler Lockett. Tyler Lockett has the ability to make the big catch that a guy his size probably shouldn't be making. And what I mean by that is he has a way, and I talked about this on a podcast the other day, Cigar Thoughts by Guy Jackson. He has the ability to create space and make big plays without putting himself in harm's way. Now, you look at Tyler Lockett last year, and people are going to say, oh, he was going down. He wasn't getting upfield. Yeah, my man's is 5'11", 5'10", $185, $180. No, why take those hits?
Yeah, you're allowed to adapt over the course of your career.
You've made it this far because you have not taken those
1,000 yards.
Right, but what Tyler Lockett does, he finds ways to get himself open amongst chaos. And what he does is, I saw him hit the brakes on a guy before. He's running down the field. There's a guy on his hip. He slows down and then, boom, accelerates again. Then he finds the rock. Also, what he does is he doesn't run by space. If he's open in space, whether that be the middle of the field, intermediate, to the sideline, he does not run by space. He finds it. He makes himself available. And then just a sideline, man. I mean, Tyler Lockett in the back of the south end zone, I want to say on the west side of that deal, the east side of that deal. When it's all said and done, we need like his signature in the turf. You know, make my man a plaque or something like that, because he works the back of that end zone. So those are some things that he can take. Be yourself in Njigba, because that's what got you here. But you should always be improving every single week. Add some to your game like DK does, and then find ways to make the big play without exposing yourself the way Tyler Lockett does.
It's also really impressive that that's where he's done so many great things for the Seahawks, because it's the same place that he suffered that horrible leg injury. To be able to be like, yeah, I still dominate there.
Yep.
I don't have, or we're at least able to overcome any apprehension about those kinds of plays. Unbelievable.